before the introduction of this keynote to tell you a story and specifically to show you an image. So if we could get the image on the board, what you see there. Let me describe what you see on this image. Imagine you're sitting in a taxi in Fukuoka. You're sitting in a taxi and you have one of those screens that shows you advertisements in front of you. Usually you might see an advertisement for Coca-Cola, Nestle, mainstream something. And then you see an advertisement for Heralbony. First of all, you're like, what is Heralbony? The image is beautiful. It's a stark collection of vibrant cobalt blue, yellow spots, lines, and you just ask yourself, wow, what is this? And then you research and you find out this is art made by persons with disabilities. But you're in the taxi and you feel this is unmistakably mainstream. When did you ever see an advertisement for work done by persons with disabilities in a taxi? When was the last time you saw that, be it in Tokyo, be it in Hong Kong, be it in London, be it in Paris, be it in any metropolitan city in the world? To simply sit in a mainstream, perhaps even not accessible taxi, and to see this advertisement. And then I asked myself, I need to find out more about what Heralbony is. And I think we're immensely impressed by what they do. I don't want to give away too much, but I think when you think about luxury brands and what they signify, it's almost like a shield of armor. It's an aspiration. You want it because it gives you something. It gives you a feeling and a hope that tomorrow is going to be even better. You will be better because of what this product, even though it's only a product, it's a piece of leather or a handbag, but it gives you something to believe in. And weaving that together with persons with disabilities and the art they do, that is the true power of Heralbony. And I think because of that, a fantastic and wonderful way with which to end the Zero Project Conference 2026. And for that, we're very fortunate to have with us Marie Oshioka, the CEO of Heralbony Europe with us, who will tell us more about what I was able to see in that little taxi cab in Fukuoka, Japan. And please give a very warm welcome to Marie. Marie-san, thank you very much for being with us.
Hello, everyone. Thank you, Robin, for amazing introduction. I'm Marie, CEO of Heralbony Europe. First of all, thank you so much for having me today in this precious moment. This is my first time to attend Zero Project, and I'm just so amazed about the amazing vibes and the confidence that everyone have that we can change the world for better. So let me introduce my company, Heralbony. I'm going to start with a story of a family. Twin brothers Takaya and Fumito. They're already in 30s right now, but in this photo, the cute boys having the same faces, they're Takaya and Fumito, who was the founder of this company. And in the center, there's Shota, the most important person of our company. Shota is their brother, and he has autism and severe intellectual disability. They're very close brothers, like any other brothers. They laugh together, fight each other. Very, very happy family. But once they step out from their home, people saw them differently. Especially when they were young, the boys were crucial. And they always wanted to change how people see Shota. And they wanted to make a world where Shota and their mom can live happily, just as they are. So we started a company. It's a for-profit company that works with artists with disability and connects them with companies and institutions. The idea is that we curate the art from around the world, not only Japan, from around the world, and turn that into designs and campaigns and packages. We think that if we can find astonishing art and capture that value and create something beautiful, we can create a brand that aspirational and even the bullies admire, creating something like Nike or maybe Louis Vuitton, something like that, to change the world. We started from our own brand, silk scarves, bags, wallets, necktie, even the shirt that I'm wearing today, the green letters here, it's done by one of our artists. And we intentionally price our product in a higher price range because, again, we believe that if the art is this level of expressionality, we should give the price to show the value. We were also in part of the Paris Fashion Week last year in September with a collaboration with another Japanese brand, Unreal Age. The designer chose 21 artwork from our artist and created the whole selection of his season. And most importantly, we could invite 2 of our artists all over from Japan. It was their first time to fly for 11 hours. And I believe that they were the first designer of disability who sat in the front row of Paris Fashion Week. We also work a lot with clients. For example, we were part of Tokyo Paralympics, Japan Airlines first class and business class amenity kits. If you get on planes, you can get these beautiful pouches from our company. Visa cards, Nikon cameras, Pepsi, cosmetic bottles. We also do stores, even Hyatt Tokyo, temporary fences for construction sites. We do even transportation, so we do buses and trains in Japan. Again, we stand between artists and companies and create revenue so that we can continuously pay back to the artist. And I want to emphasize that we are not supporting these artists. We are business partners, and we rely on them. Our goal is to change the perception of disability through exceptional art and design, create sustainable business model for artists with disability. Heralbony, you might be wondering, what does that mean? The answer is, there's no meaning. So this also came from Shota. Shota loved to draw words in his notebook when he was 7 years old. And he loved to draw company names like Sony, Toyota, Panasonic. But among them, this mysterious word Heralbony came up again and again. And the brothers asked Shota, what does Heralbony mean? And Shota said, I don't know, and we don't know. But using this Heralbony as a company's name is a manifesto that we give voices to something people might overlooked, or maybe people even thought it's meaningless. But Shota should have thought something. It was beautiful for him, or maybe he felt comfortable. And this shows that we are trying to create something of value that maybe people didn't see value in before. Going to a social impact that we are creating. I believe it's almost the same in other countries in the world, but in Japan, people with disability, it's very hard to make living. 98 euro is the money that they can create monthly basis. Let me talk about our star artist, Satoru, one of our star artists. Satoru has a very unique way to draw letters. So he always connects all the alphabets or numbers or hiragana, which is a Japanese character, and it's hard to read. And when he was in school, the teachers tried to fix him. And Satoru had very difficult time at school, and he eventually could not continue the school because the friends and teachers didn't want him in the classroom. And they said it's just too difficult to have him in their classroom. And it was a heartbreaking moment, especially for Satoru's mom. But in his next school, he met an amazing teacher who said, hey, you're doing amazing thing. You should really continue doing it. And now, Satoru is an artist, and his words and letters are all over in Japan, in shops, hotels, and necktie and beer bottles. And now he earned 300 more in this 10 years. And the idea is that, again, as a company, if we can grow fast and create revenue, we can pay back more to the artist. And I want to say, it's not only financial issues, of course, and we always try to create moments where artists can meet their fans directly, because we believe that it's only when people meet face to face that we can understand truly that we're just same human beings. And 91% of our clients answered that through Heralbony, they change how they see disability for a more positive way. We also do International Art Award for artists with disability, which we call Heralbony Art Prize. This is our 3rd year, and we received 3,000 applications from 75 countries and regions. I want to introduce a lot of artists from our network, but today I don't have enough time, so I will just go through. We have a lot of artists in Japan and also in Europe now. For example, Miriam is from Germany, Evelyn is from France. And we have roughly 300 artists in our network that we work with. Last year, I moved to France from Tokyo to Paris. And I don't speak French yet, so you can imagine how difficult it is to live in Paris, but I'm trying. The reason we are here in Europe is, the one reason is that we were selected as LVMH Innovation Award, which is an award that they support startups. And because it's Innovation Award, a lot of companies with software, AI, technology, we were the only one without no tech, no AI, just human beings drawing art. But we were selected there. And we had the opportunity to have an office in Paris. So we moved to France to do the same thing in Europe and globally. Since we moved to France, we met a lot of great artists. Recently, we announced that we have 10 facilities outside Japan that we have contracts together to work together. France, Germany, Belgium, Italy, Spain, Netherlands, United States, and so on. And we are continuously reaching out to find amazing artists. And again, to continue this activity, we need companies or institutions who are willing to work with us. And through this journey, I always meet somebody in any institutions that have the same mind and miraculously help us to grow more. And I don't want to say this in this pitch that we are great. No, it's not us. It's always the people who have same mind somewhere in this room or somewhere in the world that come together and build Heralbony together. So for today, if anyone in the room knows artists or you know someone who might be able to work with us, please let us know, and we will love to talk. And this is almost the end of my presentation, but to close this amazing 3 days, I think there was a lot of events, and I really feel the energy that we're coming together. And I want to show a small video of our company as a closing note, and for us to remember that humanity is something that creates big things and change the world. So thank you very much, and please see the video.
In Japan, there are many people with intellectual disabilities who produce striking and deeply expressive works of art. But their art is often given away practically for free in exchange for donations. Despite the high quality of their work, they cannot make a living from it. One company decided to challenge this status quo. They noticed that a common element in the works of artists with intellectual disabilities is repetition, often visualized as patterns.
私たちは障害のある人が描くパターンアートをデザイン IP 化することで、様々なアイテムへの展開ができることを発見しました。
First, they launched a luxury brand featuring these designs in dresses, shawls, and other fashion and lifestyle items.
アートがそのままお洋服になってる感じがすごい素敵で、
Then they applied the designs to hotel interiors, airline amenities, and other collaborative projects.
社会と生活のあらゆる空間の中に入り込んでいくことができるビジネス。
Heralbony's initiative was a huge hit and covered extensively by the media. In 6 years, the brand has greatly expanded. Artists' earnings from Heralbony have grown by 15.6 times, which for some is enough to make a living. Heralbony also earned an LVMH Innovation Award.
Luxury is not only about selling extraordinary product, it's also about storytelling, having a genuine message, emotions.
ヘラルボニー、このブランド名は知的障害のある我々の兄が子供の頃ノートに記した謎の言葉なんです。共に生きてきた兄は決して欠落ではない。このブランドを世界に広げることで障害のある人の可能性を証明していきます。
You can keep clapping. This is it, keep clapping, exactly. Marie, come. Marie, I'm a big believer in full circle moments. So for me, this really made sense, and I'll tell you why. We started off on Wednesday, day one. Sinead Berkey was here on stage, and she said, lived experience is intellectual property. And intellectual property doesn't mean it's cheap, it's discounted. Intellectual property means this is my expertise, this is my skill. Pay me and pay me well.
Yes.
And you and Heralbony have shown exactly that. So really, thank you very much for being here, for sharing Heralbony with the audience, and for giving them, I'm also a big believer in homework. So really go and think about disability organizations, persons with disabilities, artists that you know, who should be part of the Heralbony collective, and collectively we're going to put some awesome products on the market and get these artists paid. So Marie and Heralbony, thank you. I think really a wonderful ending, which we will seamlessly take into the closing get-together. So again, please, another round of applause for Marie.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
And for a closing get-together, this room is all